What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing good. Sunday, I'm gonna see Brockhampton in New York City, and it's gonna be fucking amazing. I've been looking forward to it for a really long time, so I thought there's no better time than to share this story than now. So I hope you all enjoyed the story. It was actually the first time I went to see Brockhampton. It was like September 20th, I think. I moved here September 1st. So yeah, my voice is a little raspy. I'm kind of sick right now, and I'm kind of telling the story in a hurry because I have to go to work soon, but really wanted to get this video done. So it started, I actually wasn't even gonna go to this concert. They were performing two shows that night, one at like 6:30 and one at like 11. So I was like, okay. So at the time, I was pretty broke, and I wanted to go so bad. I love this group, but I didn't have the money. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll like download StubHub or like some sort of like ticket buying service and see how much tickets are. And maybe if like they get below like $30, I'll like get one. So the tickets for the 11 o'clock show were like $45, and I was like, oh man, I'm just not gonna go. But then like I talked to my friend, and he was like, yo, you should just like go and check it out. Maybe you can like sneak in or something. So I was like, that's not a bad idea. I'll just see what happens. So it's like 10 o'clock. I end up going to this venue, and I have no expectations. I'm like, oh, maybe I can sneak in. Maybe security is not that strict or something. So I'm walking to the show. I have no ticket. I start walking, and I'm like, oh, is that what? And I see Brockhampton like talking to people, and I'm like, oh my god, like that's like all of them. So they were just like doing a meet and greet after the first show, so they were like talking with people, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. They're all like right there, and there wasn't like a lot of people. There was maybe like around like 20 people around like each person. They were kind of just like talking and like just chilling. I was like really cool. I was like, oh shit, like this is so crazy. This is so worth coming. I get to meet them. Like maybe I won't get to see the show, but I don't know. This is cool. They're right here. Yeah, so I'm like so gassed they're there. So like I end up I talked to Kevin Abstract, and I had this like weird thing, like whenever I see celebrities, like I don't really like asking for pictures. So like I don't know, I just hate when people like freak out when they see a celebrity, and it's like super weird. So I just like went up to Kevin. I was like, hey Kevin, my name's Jameson. Like I shook his hand, and he was like, oh, it's nice to meet you. It was kind of more awkward, I guess. I didn't even like say anything after that, but I was like, cool man, I'm excited for the show. I didn't even have like a ticket. So then I talked to him, and like I saw like Amir and like Matt. I remember they were there. HK and Merlin. I got a picture with Merlin. I did get a picture with Merlin. I asked him. It's like everyone else was getting pictures. I was like, hey Merlin, can I get a picture? And like he was like really, really cool and chill. I remember he like someone handed him a joint, and he started smoking it. It's kind of funny. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, oh god, I gotta go now. Like I fucking met the group. This is so crazy. So I check on StubHub, and tickets are like still like $45. And like looking back now, like I had the money to buy. I totally should have just bought the ticket. But I don't know why I didn't. Like, I should have just bought it on StubHub. So I was like, oh, I can't go. Like, it's cool enough I got to meet them. Maybe I'll just head home like once they leave. So all of a sudden this guy, he's like, hey, like he's like shouts out to everyone. He's like, I'm selling this ticket. I'm like, he's like, how much money you guys got? I gotta sell this ticket. I can't go. I'm like, oh shit, this is my chance. So like I never carry like any cash with me. I should. And when I do now. But like when I first moved, like I never carried that much cash. So I like walk up to him. I was like, oh dude, like I would love to buy that ticket. He's like, how much cash do you got? And I'm like, oh man. I like opened up my wallet, and I had like $3. I was like, oh, I'll give you like $3. And he just like laughed at me, and I was like, oh god, it's so embarrassing. So he's like starts like walking around to other people, and he's like trying to sell this ticket. And I'm kind of like following him. Maybe he'll just like give me the ticket for free or something. So like 10 minutes pass, and he's still trying to sell this ticket, and like Brockhampton's still meeting everyone. They start telling people like they have to go inside soon. So I'm like, oh, okay, like I guess this isn't meant to be. It's all right. I got to meet them. So all of a sudden, Romil, he's one of the members of Brockhampton. He comes up to me, and he's like, hey, like, do you get your ticket, man? I heard you like asking that guy. I was like, no. And he's like, you know what? I'll buy your ticket, dude. I'm like, my heart just like sank. I'm like, what the fuck? So he goes up to the guy and he's like, hey, I have $20 in my wallet. Let me buy this ticket and give it to this kid. I'm like, in my heart, I'm like, oh shit. And like this guy, he was kind of being a dick. Like he's like, $20, that's it. Like, I'm not gonna sell you this ticket. And his friends were like, dude, that's Romil. You gotta like sell it to him, man. Just do it. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, I'm hoping like this guy sells him the ticket because he's gonna give it to me. So he's like, fine. And Romil gives him $20, like just out of his own wallet. And he gives me the ticket. So I'm like, oh my god, this is like so fucking crazy. So I'm like freaking out. I honestly started crying. I was like, dude, thank you so much, Romil. And he's like, oh, no problem. He was being so nice. So I'm so happy. I'm like ecstatic. I'm gonna see my favorite band. So I get in line. I'm just like freaking out. So I call my bros and I'm just like telling them. They also love Brockhampton. So I'm just telling them the story. I'm just like freaking out in line. Like, oh, this is like the craziest thing. Like, I didn't even like come here expecting to go to the show, and like I met the group and they bought me my ticket. So the show starts and I'm kind of near the back, and eventually like through the show I kind of like push my way forward. I really like being in the front during shows. So it's kind of near the end, and the show is just like fucking amazing. It's like there's mosh pits everywhere. I'm just getting like lit. I'm singing all the words. It was probably honestly one of the best concerts I've been to. Like this energy was crazy. So near the end of the show, they were performing Star. So Star is one of their hit songs. So like it's crazy. So I'm like singing along and it's great, and all of a sudden like I look over and all of a sudden like my neck just like hurt. I'm like, what the hell? And like Romil, like the guy who bought my ticket, he stage dived and like hit me, and it like really hurt. My hat fell off and I was like, what the fuck? So like I pushed him up and like my neck is like, at the time it like hurt. I was like, I hope this is nothing serious, but it was nothing at all. I'm like, oh my god, he just like stage dived, and it was crazy. Like this whole night, I'm like, what the hell? So we pull him back up and he goes back on stage, and like he doesn't even see me. Like he didn't notice like he bought my ticket or anything like that. So like it's cool. So like they're doing this thing for this tour where they're performing Star like a bunch of times. So like he staged on me like the first time they performed the song. So like it was like the 6th time. Like they were just like going crazy. It was like a wild crowd, and like Brockhampton was like so good on stage. They were just performing this song a bunch of times. It was so hype. So like the 6th time, Romil doesn't sing at all. He's like the producer / like DJ. So he like came up front. I think it was like the last time they're performing the song, and he's just like dancing like with everyone else in the Brockhampton. He's like getting everyone lit and like hype. So he's like standing like right in front of me, and at this point I was like at the front of the stage. So I'm like, Romil, and I'm like, I was tapping on his leg, just like maybe like saying like, hey, like you're the guy who like bought my ticket. Like I'm here. This is crazy. And he like looks down and he's like, oh, and he like points at me and he grabs my hand, like I shit you not, and he pulls me up on stage. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? I'm like dancing with them. Like I didn't even know what else to do. Like I wasn't gonna like, I don't know, I wasn't gonna like stand next to like Kevin or like go up to anyone else. I'm just like jumping up and down, just like dancing with them. And then like 20 seconds later the song ends and they all just like walk off the stage. I'm just like, my heart was beating so fast. I'm like, what the hell? This is like crazy. So everyone walks off and everyone in the crowd is just like staring at me. I'm like, oh my god, this is so crazy. Like what just happened? So the show ends, I like sit down and like everyone starts leaving, and then yeah, that was really it. So then I just I went home and I told all my friends about it, and it was just like a crazy story. So Brockhampton is like one of my favorite groups of all time. Yeah, I had to go to work, so like I hope you enjoy that story. I'm so excited for Sunday. I think I'm gonna do a vlog, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, this time I'm buying my ticket. Like I'm going for sure for this one. Like I'm excited, but yeah. Have a good day. Peace.